This is April 19, 1998, 5 years after the murder of children.
Under the blistering Texas sun, investigators comb the smoldering remains of the Branch Davidian compound. More than 80 people are believed to have died in yesterday's fiery conclusion to the 51-day siege, 24 of them children. Today, the FBI said it's not responsible for the deaths.
We were just reading the Australian Statesman. It never talks about the children. It talks about David Koresh being some sort of cult leader. They wanted to raise the American people's consciousness about cults and out-of-control organizations of this nature. So they surrounded the place, opened fire with helicopters, and then 51 days later set it on fire, sent hit teams inside, and murdered the people.
You know, like Sheila, she lost her whole family. She lost, I think, 4 children and her husband. That's Ophelia. The tank ran over her house in the back there.
After just a week of planning, dozens of volunteers from across the state gathered at Mount Carmel to build a church. It's a project that was started by Austin radio talk show host Alex Jones,
who started the project by recruiting people on air.
They received directions, head to ground zero.
We're going to rebuild it. We're going to build this church back. I've talked to surviving Branch Davidians, and they concur with my idea to have it a church and at the same time a memorial and a museum for what happened right here on this very ground in 1993.
You were a damn kook if you took up for the Branch Davidians. You know, we got a lot of threats over it. When we were rebuilding it, the Ku Klux Klan come down to Waco.
Good morning, Waco. We are the American Knights of the Ku Klux Klan. First and foremost, we'd like to thank the Waco police officers and staff for their guidance. We thank each and every one of you for being here to hear our message of love and hope.
And Alex and I and a bunch of other people went over and bullhorned them.
Yeah, the toothless white trash and those federal Gestapo controllers are not welcome here in Central Texas where the real patriots reside.
And then that night they tried to come out and burn us out. Fortunately, a lot of the people that were helping us rebuild had guns and kind of ran them off. I think the feds were behind some of these Ku Klux Klan people.
There's always new federal lies that we are forced to counter here.
Texas talk radio personality Alex Jones has been crying murder and cover-up from day one of the Waco horror.
These are thugs who wanted to engage in terrorism against the American people. And I say their terrorism has failed, and this horrendous lie is starting to unravel.
I remember they called me in. I had like the #1 talk show in the ratings in Austin. They said, you're not going to criticize Bill Clinton anymore, and you're not going to talk about Waco. And I said, well, I don't talk about Waco that much. It's a memorial church. He goes, no. You do it, you're fired. And I said, well, I can't stop finishing this thing. I said I was. So they said, well, we're going to fire you. And they did fire me for that.